hosts of the Rugby World Cup and the Olympics, France has been showcased on the world stage. Such a diverse country, where age-old traditions are often given a modern reboot. There's so much to explore here. There are 630 Michelin-starred restaurants for a start, and several of our itineraries focus on gastronomy. You'll get a dose of sobering history if you visit the sites of the Normandy landings, a feel for fantasy in Provence's hilltop villages, and a taste for luxury amongst the high flyers and their yachts on the Côte d'Azur. South Africa. South Africa is home to expansive national parks where wild animals roam freely, and cosmopolitan cities that are wrapped by dramatic mountains. For those who have never been to Africa before, South Africa is the perfect choice. There is a wealth of national parks and private reserves across the country, offering perfect accommodation choices for honeymooners, solo travelers, and families alike, with the chance to see the Big Five. Combine your safari experience with some time in the trendy cities like Cape Town and Durban, both offering sandy beaches and active excursions like hiking, cycling, snorkeling, diving, whale watching, and even shark cage diving. South Africa is also a great destination for those who are into their food and wine. The Cape Winelands, the Franschhoek and Stellenbosch area, is home to a wealth of award-winning wineries that are enjoyed by tourists and locals alike. Italy. It comes as no surprise that Italy is among the top 10 most trending destinations for 2024. This iconic country, home to some of the most romantic cities, delicious food, and historic sites, is always among the top most traveled countries in the world. With such diversity, it is a country that you can revisit time and time again. A first visit to Italy usually combines destinations like Rome, Venice, and Florence. For returning visitors, there is a wealth of choices including Milan, the Amalfi Coast, Puglia, the lakes, Bologna, Sicily, and many more. Whether you are interested in history, culture, art, and architecture, or food, our travel specialists can curate private tours into your personalized itinerary. Japan. There is nowhere as diverse as Japan. From snow-peaked mountains to islands coated with white sand. From cities with electric nightlife to quaint towns in the Alps, with nothing but local spots and friendly smiles. It is a country that features on many people's bucket lists. But as it was one of the last countries to properly reopen in terms of restrictions, it took a while to get up and running in the travel world. That said, it has come with vengeance and today is one of the most popular destinations in Asia. Of course, destinations like Tokyo, Osaka, and Hiroshima are some of the most sought after. But our travel specialists have found up-and-coming destinations, including In. Described as Japan's most beautiful village, In is a UNESCO World Heritage Site that has been built on the waters of In Bay. This village is essentially made up of over 200 boathouses, locally named funayas. While the weather, and in turn the intensity of the sea that comes with it, can be pretty intense in Japan, it is astounding that this floating village is still standing. Surrounding unhabituated islands surrounding In help to keep it protected and the waters calm. This can be a great region to visit or to be used as a base for exploring nearby islands and bays. Portugal. A summer spent in Europe is like no other, and we've noticed the popularity of Portugal rise over the past year or so. Portugal's landscape is so diverse, offering stunning beaches and framed by orange-hued cliffs, hiking trails, and cities home to ancient landmarks and magnificent architecture. It's fairly off the radar for many travelers, so they're often delighted by the food scene, amazing scenery, and value for money. Given its location, it's also great to combine with nearby Spain. Get in touch to build an unforgettable European adventure. Greece. Although films like Mamma Mia contributed to the popularity of Greece, this country is on many people's travel bucket lists, and rightly so. Located in southeastern Europe, Greece is riddled with ancient history and 18 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, the Acropolis of Athens, Mistras, Mount Athos, Meteora, and the Temple of Asclepius at Epidaurus to name a few. If history and architecture aren't of interest, Greece also boasts one of the most delicious and popular cuisines in the world. Enjoy Mediterranean spreads including fresh Greek salads, grilled fish and seafood, and flavorsome cheeses. One of the most popular things to do in Greece is sail across and explore the Greek islands. While some islands already have a huge popularity behind them, like Santorini and Mykonos, there are a host of Greek islands that are quieter and regarded as up-and-coming destinations. Croatia. home to hundreds of beautiful islands, national parks, cascading waterfalls, historic towns, and much more. Croatia is one of the most picturesque countries in Europe, if not the world. Along the Dalmatian coast, the shimmering blue ocean separates the mainland and the islands. The crystal-clear waters of the Adriatic Sea allow you to explore Croatia by cruise. Our company routes started in Croatia, and for the past 5 years, we have been the largest tour operator, offering Croatia cruises on our privately operated vessels. A week cruising the Croatian islands allows you to visit 6 or 7 different islands, including Hvar, Brač, Vis, and Korčula among others, as the ship docks overnight in the port. Each morning, you'll sail to a new island, enjoying breakfast and lunch on board the ship, and taking the opportunity to jump into the ocean and enjoy swim stops in hotter weather. For those who do not want to cruise the Croatian islands, we can also curate personalized trips across Croatia, booking accommodation and tours in popular cities like Dubrovnik, Split, Hvar, and Istria among others. We can also organize day trips to national parks like Plitvice and Krka, which are simply picture-perfect. Tanzania. Located in East Africa, Tanzania has always been one of the best safari destinations on the continent. So why have we included it in our up-and-coming destination shortlist? While the spotlight has been on national parks like the Serengeti and the Ngorongoro crater, because of their exceptional game viewing opportunities and unique landscapes respectively. Some of Tanzania's southern parks are becoming increasingly popular, and rightly so. The Selous Game Reserve and Ruaha National Park in southern Tanzania offer a more exclusive game viewing experience, without the crowds that the northern parks attract. The game viewing in the south is still fantastic, though, as the Great Rufiji River is the lifeline for the resident and migratory animals that come into the park. Sri Lanka. Located on the southern coast of India, Sri Lanka is a beautiful island home to vibrant forests, colorful cities, and picture-perfect beaches. Because of its relatively compact size, the island of Sri Lanka makes it very possible to travel around and explore lots of different destinations within. These often include its capital, Colombo, Gale, Ella, and Kandy among others. There are also iconic experiences in Sri Lanka that you must do, such as climbing Sagiri Rock, taking the train from Colombo to Kandy, and visiting the Cultural Triangle's major sites and temples. But going into the new year, our specialists have found some up-and-coming destinations in Sri Lanka. And for active travelers, the Pico Trail is certainly one to add to your bucket list. This trail is a heritage tea trail that crosses over 7 valleys and hundreds of tea plantations. En route this 300 kilometers trail, you'll pass stunning waterfalls, lakes, unique architecture, and historic sites. People have been walking this trail for centuries, but it is now possible to do shortened versions of the trail, hiking from one boutique hotel to the next.